Hey guys, I want to excuse my COVID voice here, but I want to quickly kind of just share my experience with you guys. I'm 38. I bought my first. I think I bought my first primary residence when I was like about 26, I think, in California, and I'm actually 38 now. And I never really realized it, but I never thought I had this many properties, especially out of state, and I do. And it wasn't until just the last 2 years where I was able to figure out my method to actually being able to easy purchase places, and more important than anything than just making a decision on a place, because I think that's where I had the most problems. I had the most problems with being able to look, analyze, and execute. I think that was my main problem. The whole package. I can analyze, but not well, and I just couldn't really work through that to make a decision, because I never had a metric. I never understood this is a great deal, this is a bad deal. Whereas nowadays, I know if I see a good deal, I know it's a good deal, and I know I should buy it. But I never had that before. It was just a hunch. It could pay. It could pay the mortgage. Yeah, it's a good location. Yeah, the rent is good, but no. Now it's like, I'm able to look at, how much am I paying for the gas? How much am I paying for electric? What's my cap rate? What's my return on investment? Do I have any grants in the city that I can actually pull money from the city and do something to the property for free? What's my up? The rents are low, but I have a huge upside. Do I have any upside, or do I want to be conservative and evaluate the property to make sure it has a decent cap rate? I was never able to say, my target is I want a solid 11% cap rate. I don't want anything else. I don't want an 8. I don't want a 7. I don't want a 6. I don't even want to talk about or see anything below that. And I could never say that. And if a real estate agent would ask me, "Hey, what kind of property are you looking for, Alex?" I'm looking for a 12%. You got any 15%? You got something like that? He might laugh. We both might laugh, just because that's bullshit. That's hard to find. But if you got 15%, go ahead and give it to me, because I'll buy it. Anyway, so I kind of just want to give you guys a quick story. So people always say that you should get a mentor. I don't know how many Bigger Pockets podcasts I've listened to. You know how many have actually have helped me? Not many. Those guys, they blab forever about everything, and you got to fast forward for the first 20 minutes to look for some good content. Like, you trying to read between the lines and see what's going on, but you can't. It's just not. It's not applicable to most people, unless you have a big apartment complex, and you want to do what do you call it? One of those depreciation studies, in order to, when people buy $1 million property and they save like $100,000 in taxes because they're a real estate professional, and they're making, they have an income of like $1 million a year or something like that. No, but I'm talking about me and you. Where you're making 200 and under, you're making 150, 75, 80, whatever it is. So what's going to help you guys a lot is exactly what helped me out a lot. You got to be able to evaluate a property. Very easy. You got to have a really nice spreadsheet. The best thing I recommend is I got to give a plug to Elliot. Elliot at Ace Invest. Oh man, that guy saved my life, man. It's kind of like my first beautiful girlfriend. He was my first beautiful girlfriend in real estate. Yeah. So here's, I still use his spreadsheets, man. His spreadsheets are awesome. They all look the same. They're all, exactly what these boxes are for. You plug in your rents, you plug in your expenses, you're present, you're stabilized, whatever you want. You plug in your mortgage calculator stuff, and you can play around with some stuff. You can quickly use this here if you're gonna call. If you're gonna call the city, the county, the actually utility companies, the trash, the electric company, the gas company. Once you call those guys, you get on the horn with them. If it's a fourplex and you want to know if hey, why is there 3 meters? You can and there's maybe actually make it better. There's a fourplex. It's a fourplex, and there's 1 boiler and 1 gas meter and 4 meters or 3 meters. You're going to be able to call. You're going to be able to go on the phone, call the gas company quickly, say, "Hey, this is Jack at State Farm, and I'm looking at this this property. How much am I going to pay in gas?" They'll say, "Well, that's private information. All right, give me a ballpark over 12 months. What's the high? What's the low? Boom, mark it down. In the wintertime, if it's the Midwest, there's going to be about 4 or 5 months, whatever, where you're going to have that expensive gas bill. 1 gas meter, who's paying for it? Yeah. Fourplex, 3 electric meters. Some funny business. Who's paying for that? Fourth, the 1 meter might be serving 2 apartments. So who's going to pay for those 2 apartment electric users? Me. So this is all part of analysis. This is all part of figuring out what your expenses are. King of expenses, Elliot, man. Elliot at Ace Investments. That guy, he's good, man. He actually gave me he gave me the idea of calling these utility companies. I know it sounds stupid, right? Like it's easy, but I didn't know about it, man. I didn't think about doing it, and so until you get the idea from somebody and you do it yourself, that's it, man. So it's all part of evaluating the property. Once you can do that, man, you're going to be flying. You're going to be able to, if you have a partner, you're going to be calling them and say, "Hey, this is a good one. Did you see this one? This is 12% cap rate, man." And you'll look at it, you'll scrutinize it, and you'll double check that it's good. And all of a sudden, you're going to be talking about numbers. And so your game is just elevated just from there. Before you're talking about, I want to remodel this apartment. I want to make it look nice and pretty and subway. No. We're not talking about that anymore. This is you're next level now. That's how you level up a little bit. Next thing I want to talk about is, having your team in place. If you don't have a team, it's great if you can invest in your own area, in your backyard. That's fine. But for me, I can't. You're talking about $2 million properties, and it's just not. You're not looking at good cap rates for that. So what I got to tell you guys got to get your team. You got to get your real estate agent, your contractor, your property manager, all those guys, and you need a backup for the backup for the backup. Okay, if you don't, you're not ready for it. Let me tell you a quick story. I was looking at a few properties, and the real estate agent needed an offer today. There's no inspections. You can inspect later on after you're in contract, but that's it. You're not getting the contract is accepted already. There's no reductions, none of that stuff. That's it. So for me, I have my team already. Everyone's not doing my jobs in town. I don't have a million properties going, but I have a little team. I have my guy. He knows me. I know him. I say, "Hey, bro, do me a favor. I'm looking at these properties. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be rehabbing them. Yeah. Can you go take a look at them with my property manager?" I don't have my real estate agent going. My property manager wants to take a look at it too. She says she's going to do me a favor. All right, both of you guys go. My property manager is going to tell me, "Alex, we don't have any properties to rent right now. I would love to rent this for you." My contractor is going to say, "Alex, this place needs some work. It's not that bad though. It's got hardwood floors. They're kind of far gone. We'll stay in black. We'll stay in walnut. We'll stay in whatever. We'll do whatever we can. You're not gonna have to replace the floors. We'll throw some paint on it. We'll throw in a shower surround, and I can save your old cabinets. That's that's the type of contractor you need. Somebody, somebody that's looking out for you. Somebody that knows what you want to do. Somebody that knows that you don't want to make the Taj Mahal out of this rental property that you're trying to squeeze 12% cap rate out of. You're looking for the roof. He's looking for. He wants to make sure the foundation is good. But if something's wrong, he'll tell you, and he's your guy. In a snap, right? So it's important, being able to evaluate building a team. And once you have these two things, what's next? Execute, man. Shoot the gun, fire. I just made that up too. So once you can do these things, it's a lot easier for you. Before I didn't have that, so I wasn't really comfortable with making the decisions. But now I have a metric. I can analyze quickly, and I have my team. That's it. What else do you need? I'll put a plug for Ace Invest, and he's a better presentation guy than me. He's standing up, drinking whiskey. He's got his iPod Pros in there, and he's got his little. He's sticking to the script, and he's selling you all this stuff. And it starts somewhere, I believe it or not, this spreadsheet that I have right here, I bootlegged it off Instagram and I tried it. I loved it so much, I didn't want to pay for his stuff. I'm kind of a cheapskate. And I liked it so much that I realized, the spreadsheets that I have, they're a pain in the ass. I don't like them. They don't give me clarity. They don't make things easier for me. So I ended up just paying the guy for his spreadsheets because I was curious. Because I don't got time to try to reinvent the wheel. His stuff is good enough already. So in other words, just try to focus on what you're good at. Try to develop yourself, and use somebody else that's good at other stuff. Don't reinvent the wheel. Like for me, for example, I'm really interested in construction. So there's no way I'm going to get ripped off on construction stuff. I know exactly what it takes to do jobs. I know what I'm up against with construction projects, with repair projects. I know what can go wrong. I know when I got lucky. At the same time, because since I know my team, my contractor, I know his operation. If we're doing a bathroom, I know it takes 1 or 2 guys, and it's gonna be 3 days. It's a 3-day job. If we're gonna do hardwood floors, it's gonna be 1 or 2 guys and a 4-day job type of deal. So once you know your people's systems, you can make decisions even easier, and it helps you evaluate quicker. And more so if you have your team there, and they can evaluate for you. It takes more of the risk out of it. So that's all I want to leave you with. I hope I get 1 or 2 subscribers out of this. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.